Okay, we're going to do a little tutorial here on how to character copy and set up on the PTR. So the first thing we're going to have to do is we're going to have to open up this drop down. We're going to hold the PTR Mob Classic and we're going to install it. Obviously mine is already installed, but it would say installed for you. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do as that's in, or after that installs is we are going to go over here into our classic folder. We're going to go into our interface, grab our add-ons folder, copy it, and then we're going to take it over here to the classic PTR folder, and we're going to go into the interface, and then we would paste that. Obviously, mine again is already over here. Um, and we're going to do the same thing with the what I call the what the fuck folder, but you can just call it the WTF folder. We're going to copy it, um, and then we're going to paste it. So this wants me to paste, so copy that, come over here to just the regular thing, and we're going to paste it. And again, mine is already pasted. Some people with two accounts, they might run into this where, um, interesting, where they have like some kind of like they had like numbered accounts and stuff in there. Uh, I haven't had to deal with this, but somebody in my guild is currently dealing with this issue, where they weren't seeing anything like the WTF wasn't moving anything over for their character. Mine has moved over just fine every time I've done this for the PTR, so I'm not sure what that is, but we can troubleshoot that a bit later. So after you have your add-ons folder and your WTF folder copied over, what you're going to do is you're going to open up your PTR client here. And while this is taking 8 years, here we go. Okay, so I'm going to show you this on my shaman that I just copied over, and actually I'll go ahead and I will delete him and just recopy him. Um, we're going to go down here to the bottom where we're on Classic PTR Realm 1. There's only two realms, one PvP and one normal. I guess with the mass realm bullshit that they did, it doesn't super matter as much. But I mean, we were on a normal realm, so I always just created mine on PTR Realm 1. So we're going to click copy character. It'll just have a list of all your characters. So I'm going to come down here to my shaman. Okay. All right. So I've got my shaman. And then we're going to make sure that we have the my slot add-on is the most important add-on for PTR. I mean, obviously you want like your bug sack and bug wrapper. Those are really big as well. Um, but for the sake of just setting up a character, my slot's the one you want to have. So you're gonna make sure on your actual like your classic client you have it, and on your PTR client you also have it. Okay. So we're gonna go then. So I've got my character, and now if I enter the world with him, he should be pretty not set up. Like his bars will probably be blank. I've already kind of curated my add-ons because I had already set up my monk, so I don't have a bunch of extraneous shit right now. So it should bring up just basically like my LVY, weak aura, and my slot will be on. Um, I might have auctioneer on, I might not. That it just kind of depends because on the PTR the auctions are weird anyway or non-existent. Not everybody uses the auction house there, um, because you can just go to the vendors and buy whatever like materials and shit that you need to do your enchants. You can buy the pre-made food, you can buy the mats to do your own cooking, whatever you need. Okay, so we're in the PTR now, and as you can see, yeah, my LVI is set up, and my weak auras for shaman is set up. Even though I think the last time, I don't think I've updated these in a while. Yeah, so I probably will need to grab Foji's new class stuff, but so I'm pretty blank. All right. So I need to fill these in, but I want to fill them in the exact same way that I'm set up on Classic. So that is what the My Slot add-on is for. Going to take it 15 years to start. Oh, no, not very bad. All right. So we're going to get into the Classic client. And let me get into my shaman over here. I didn't really transmog the shaman. A lot of the male gear, in my opinion, is ugly, so generally I don't bother. But I feel like this mop gear is actually like especially ugly. Um, so whenever, because I'm currently recording, it is deciding to just take a hell amount of time to log into the server. Generally, my loading screens are not this ridiculous. But I would have had it already open, obviously, but I wanted to kind of show, I mean, I suppose everybody's smart enough to know how to open up a client in the app, but you never know. Um, so, come on, come on. So close. I love the full bar loading screen. All right. Okay. So, obviously, my shaman's bars are much more set up. So, I'm going to come up here. Oh, he doesn't have my slot turned on, actually, because I've not copied him to the PTR ever. So, we're going to come down here, turn on my slot, and reload. That takes much less time than just logging into the server, apparently. Um, all right. So, because I have LUI, it's over here in like this little weird box, but on a normal mini map, it would be somewhere on the side. You're just going to go to the one that looks like a keyboard. And then I don't really need the profile, so I'm not going to create a profile. So I'm just going to click export. And I'm going to control C to copy all of this text. And then I'm going to come into the PTR client, click the my slot, control V, and then I'm going to import. I'm sure I would like to import. And then bam. All of my entire setup, including like my hidden bars and everything, is set up exactly like I have it, including keybinds, um, which is important. And because I copied my WTF folder, all of my macros are there. And what's actually funny is that recently, my macro window malfunctioned with the last big update, and it erased almost all of my general macros. As you can see, I did have a lot of them. So I'm actually going to be using this opportunity later to recopy those back over onto the actual client. Um, but okay, so now I've got my WTF has copied everything over into the PTR, and my tune is basically set up. Make sure, so you're going to need to, so like I need to re-download some weak auras, not only the class ones, but Foji tomorrow is coming out with their raid weak aura, and I'm going to have to do those. But it's very bare bones. Like I have much less stuff. So MRT, my slot. So I don't use DBM and or bigwigs anymore because the Foji stuff is so comprehensive. However, because we're going to be kind of dealing with testing environment, I am going to re-enable bigwigs here. Uh, yeah, bug sack and bug wrapper. Those are huge because if you do not have them, so let's see what my bug sack is saying. I have no bugs at the moment, but I will. Well, let me see. Oh, they fixed this. This was glitching yesterday and was throwing off bugs every time I tried to open up a my quest log. So that's actually pretty good. But basically, because of the add-ons, you're going to be tossing errors constantly, Lua errors constantly, and eventually it's going to bog down your game. So if you use Bug Grabber and Bug Sack, it captures those errors before they make it like to your side, and then that's going to make the game run a lot smoother. I'm actually really excited that LVUI is working because half the time on test realms, LVUI doesn't do shit. Like you have to either get like a weird GitHub fix or something to get it to work, or you try working off Blizzard bars, which I know some people are a fan of, but I am not. All right, so that is how to set up your character and get your my slot abilities over. The WTF copies the macros.